All right, Shalom, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching and ruling well the scriptures. Salutations to Akim across the world, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity and with charity. And this is not going to be too long. Earlier the Apostle Tahar went into how these how the chariots, which are the angels inside of the chariots, are using utilizing a lot of this time, to like Apostle Tahar said, play with Esau a little bit, man. You had other instances like this where there was a silo. It was a video a while back. It's a video of a American silo. And it showed how much control Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has over even Esau's technology, by way of the chariots flying over the silo and activating the missile inside and deactivating the missile. So it shows you that you Edomites, you have no power, man. Yeah, the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua created you and gave you the technology that you currently have and possess, which are these nukes, which are which is all the technology you've gained, and have discovered and came forth with, and the stuff you haven't came forth with, because we know that you have more technology behind the scenes than what it seems, and you give out the older tech to the masses, but the real deal technology that you have, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua gave you that, and he's showing you that the technology that he uses, which we experience and we get an example of when we see these chariots. The Lord showing you that he's far more superior than you. There was a special on CNN, and the spokesperson, made a statement, and he said that the technology of these the vehicles that they've been encountering, these UFOs, UAPs, is between 100 to 1,000 years more advanced than anything that America or any of these other nations has, and the technology is way past 1,000 years greater than what you have, man. it's technology you will never get to ever. This is technology from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man, and it's far superior than anything on this planet, because it's the Lord's vehicles, the Lord's army. So I got an article pulled up here from RT News that says the Pentagon confirms footage of UFOs swarming around U.S. Navy warships is authentic. You have this going on, and you just have everybody it's still in the spiritual stupor, man. You have this is what people have been waiting for, so to speak, man. So we are actually, this prophecy, the Lord is bringing forth this prophecy, man. So this is also why it's getting harder to do it's getting harder to do lessons. It's getting harder to do what we're supposed to be doing through the Spirit, man. We have to fight through that, because this is the Lord bringing forth signs and wonders, and put the Spirit on Esau, to confirm that the chariots of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, are actually real. The things we teach about on the highways and byways, the Lord is using Esau to confirm that what we're saying is the truth. This shows you that when we go out onto the highways and byways and we speak on the Lord's military, that what we're saying is the truth. What we're saying is authentic, man, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, to the point where Esau has to come out, and let the masses know. But the masses are in a complete folly spirit right now, because they've been let out. They've been they've been allowed to take off their masks. So everything is going on as it's supposed to. Thus saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. with the people staying in gross darkness, man. All right, but it says, I'm going to read a little bit. It says, footage of a radar showing more than a dozen unidentified flying objects, which are the chariots, moving at great speed and swarming a U.S. warship is genuine. A Defense Department official has confirmed after the video was released by a UFO enthusiast. I can confirm that the video you sent was taken by Navy personnel, a Pentagon spokesperson told NBC after a video was published by filmmaker Jeremy Corbell. The footage showing a U.S. Navy ship's radar screen shows a total of 14 unidentified objects appearing. Let me see if I can play it here. And I'm going to get some scriptures and read a little bit more, of course, Lord willing. But let's see if this will play.
OD, if you could write a general lat long where we're at. And then the number of contacts you got, get the course and speed meters off them. You know what I mean? In relative position to us. Like bearings. Might be helpful too. Eyes up. Eyes down.
SM2, maintain track as best you can.
Track 781 just sped up to 46 knots, 50 knots, closing in.
Oh, actually 38 knots. Holy shit, it's going fast.
That one's pretty much perfectly 000 relative, right?
Yeah.
263, 3 miles, 55 knots. Speed.
And just listen to the amazement from Esau, man. We told you, man. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, all right, is a man of war. Him, the Most High, and his son are men of war, man. And they're coming with that heavenly host, man. They're coming to redeem the elect of Israel and remnant. Okay. That's spiritual. Look down there at the corner. It stops. The video stops on a 14:44, man. All right. That's the length of the other video. All right. Nothing is coincidence. Everything is spiritual, man. Call Allah Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It says the voices of bewildered sailors can be heard in the background as the crew apparently discusses the strange sighting. Some of them can be heard saying they're going fast as the crew sought to mark the object's range and bearing. All right, so these heathens are dismayed at this, man. Let's see. I'm going to get the etymology for dismayed. Bear with me 1 second. You know, so we got to, through whatever we're going through, the Lord is with us, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Ratazah. All right, we just have to continue to push our measure, fight the good fight of faith, all right, and endure and continue, all right, and get prepared to go into the next chapter, which is all that chaos and destruction, man, and hope for salvation. This is the etymology for dismay, circa 1300, dismaying, become or be alarmed. These things are alarming, all right. Esau, Edom, and his technology. And the operators of his technology, man, because they've never seen anything like this. We know what they are. They're dismayed at them. They're affrighted at these things, man. It says, or frightened, to confound, break down, the courage of by danger. The chariots and the angels of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai are breaking down the courage of Esau, man, by seeing these. Let's keep reading. I'm going to get a couple scriptures that come into mind. Break down the courage of by danger or difficulty or fear of calamity. The fear of being destroyed. That's what Esau is experiencing, man. That's what the heathens are experiencing. That's what 2/3 are going to experience when these chariots start to reveal themselves more and more, man. And this is the spirit. A lot of brothers said these chariots are going to start to reveal themselves more and more until they're here, man. All right? It says, fear of calamity, filled with despairing apprehension. All right, to trouble or disturb, man. Let's get a scripture. We know what it is. Jeremiah the 10th chapter, man. This is Jeremiah 10:1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. All right, and at this point, it's talking to the whole house of Israel, but who's going to listen and understand? The remnant, the elect. It says, verse 2, thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen and be not dismayed. There's a word dismayed that we just went into, at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them. We are not to be dismayed at the chariots, which they call so-called UFOs or UAPs, man. Why is that? Because we understand that they are the chariots of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. These heathens are dismayed at them. These heathens are affrighted by them. Why? Because they understand, the elite at least understand, that these are going to bring forth calamity upon Esau, man. It tells you that in the book of Zechariah, the 5th chapter. These things are going to come do work. There is nothing Esau or the other nations, there's nothing they can do to stop this military of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, let's go to, and I always get these scriptures, man, great scriptures. Let's go to the book of Maccabees, man. All right, let's read some more history on the chariots in the scriptures. I believe it's 2nd Maccabees 5. Yep. 2nd Maccabees 5:1, about the same time Antiochus, a Greek, all right, from the line of Seleucus, all right, prepared his second voyage into Egypt. And then it happened that through all the city for the space almost of 40 days. What does this sound like? For the space of 40 days, there were seen horsemen running in the air. That's what Esau's experiencing in this time, man. What is it? Ecclesiastes 1:9. There's nothing new under the sun, man. Esau is experiencing the chariots running in the air just like Antiochus did thousands of years ago, man. Man, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is manifesting himself, man. He's manifesting he's putting his presence on the earth as a great king. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, 2nd Maccabees 5:2. And then it happened that through all the city for the space almost of 40 days there were seen horsemen running in the air in cloth of gold and armed with lances like a band of soldiers. That's what they're dismayed at, and this is what they see when they look on their radars. They see bands of chariots, as they are bands of soldiers. 2nd Maccabees 5:2, and then it happened that through all the city for the space almost of 40 days there were seen horsemen running in the air in cloth of gold and armed with lances like a band of soldiers and troops of horsemen in array. This is speaking on the military of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. As you Edomites see these things in these times, they were also seen by your forefathers in the past. Ecclesiastes 1:9, there's nothing new under the sun. This is 2nd Maccabees 5:3. And troops of horsemen in array, encountering and running one against another with shaking of shields and multitude of pikes. And this is how they described it. This is the best they could describe it, using the words that using their terminology during this time of the Maccabees, our forefathers writing this. Now we're in the future seeing the same thing, and we're using our terminology, UFOs, UAPs, based on Esau, but our true terminology, we're seeing the chariots of Israel, man. Second Maccabees 5:3, and troops of horsemen in array, encountering and running one against another with shaking of shields and multitude of pikes and drawing of swords and casting of darts and glittering of golden ornaments and harnesses of all sorts. Verse 4, wherefore every man prayed. This is Antiochus, this is his military. They prayed that the apparition might turn to good. This is what the other nations in this time are thinking about the chariots of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. But it's not going to be good for you Edomites, man. This is your end. This is a military you can't stop. This is a power that you can't mess with. You know the saying that pick up somebody your old size? Which, you know, in all actuality, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is way superior to Esau. He created him. But this is that case where the bully is about to get his ass beat by somebody bigger, man. This is why these Edomites are praying that this turns to good, and it's not. There was a segment of CNN where they said, "Are these things? Are these going to attempt to harm us?" Roughly paraphrasing, yes, they're gonna come harm you because of all the wickedness you've done on the earth, man. All right, let's go to the book of Zechariah. Let's see here. All right, Zechariah 5:1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. See? Why is there always things spoken of to be flying around in the sky, seen by the prophets, seen by the men of old, now being seen by us in this time? Because they're the same thing being seen, the chariots of Israel, man. Nothing's ever changed, man. Zechariah 5:1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll, the length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, This is the curse. Let's go into that word. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is right here.
Strong's H 423. Allah. Allah.
It says an oath of covenant, curse from the Most High. Execration, curse or cursing, an oath, a swearing from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. What is he doing? He's making an oath to come forth to destroy this place. All right, it's being made known. Excuse me, it's being made known now that this is not going to be good, and it's not going to turn out good for Esau. This is this curse forming for him. Right? There's no way to stop the chariots of Israel, man. It says Zechariah 5:3. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it. And we know who has stolen, raped, robbed, murdered for hundreds of years now. Those people, it says here, are going to be cut off on this side according to it. And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter. What is it talking about? It, these chariots. Alright. And mainly Yahushai's chariot is spoken of in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, man. The fathership, man, that Ezra saw. Alright. And who's gonna be with Yahushua? Michael. And who's gonna be with Michael in the military? A whole heavenly host, man. Zechariah 5:4. I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. All right, this is what these chariots are coming to do. All right, they're coming to do what? Wage war with Esau, man, and the other nations. The world is going to see how the Lord gets down, man. Just like during the time of what? During the time of Egypt, man, when we were taken out from underneath the people of Mount Zarium. The Lord is going to come. All right, Lord willing, with the elect, He's going to gather us out from underneath you Edomites, man, in this time. All right, so I'm gonna put this. I'm not gonna make it too long. I'm gonna put this link in the description box. It has a little video with it. All right, there's more sightings, more leaked videos. All right, Isaiah 55, man. The Lord's words are not gonna return back void. They're not gonna come back void. These chariots, the chariots of Israel, are making themselves known. All right, and it's leaving Esau in a dismayed spirit, man. All right, so Lord willing, that was edifying. Call halal Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakakodash, the honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone for teaching and ruling well in the scriptures. Salutations to you, Akim, across the world, pushing His word in truth and in sincerity and with charity. Shalom and a Bible ball. Keep pushing His word. Shalom.